For generations, a silent contract dictated your life. You were born in a country, lived there, paid tax there, and absorbed whatever policy that country wrote into law. Your passport, a seemingly innocuous document, quietly dictated your tax burden, your asset protection, and your personal freedom. Geography was destiny. You were tethered to the economic success or failure of a single nation-state, regardless of your own efforts. If your government mismanaged its currency, your purchasing power evaporated. If it raised taxes to fund unsustainable debt, your wealth was confiscated. But what if that contract is broken? What if the rules have changed, and the old paradigm is now a structural vulnerability? The world is no longer localized, it is hyper-connected. Yet most people are still operating on a localized operating system. At Profitable Nomads, we operate under a different doctrine: jurisdictional optionality. This isn't about evasion, it's about optimization. It's about strategic positioning in a world that demands agility. It's the operator-grade protocol for restructuring your life and business to maximize freedom, minimize liability, and harden security. You live where you are treated best. You incorporate where law and tax treat capital fairly. You bank where assets are safest. You protect what you build through diversified structures that do not depend on a single state. By unbundling your life, you remove the single point of failure. You stop being a captive audience to one government's policies and start treating jurisdictions like service providers. If a provider no longer serves your interests, you simply switch. Why is this doctrine not just an advantage, but a necessity? Because the old model is actively failing. Consider the data. Global government debt now stands at over 100% of global GDP. In developed nations, this figure is even starker. The United States at 125%, Japan exceeding 230%, European nations struggling under the weight of unfunded pension liabilities. This isn't just abstract numbers. It's a ticking time bomb of future taxation and currency debasement. Governments do not create wealth, they extract it. And desperate governments, desperate to service insurmountable debt, are increasingly resorting to aggressive tax policies, capital controls, and surveillance. We've seen proposals for wealth taxes in Europe, exit taxes in the United States designed to punish those who leave, digital surveillance laws that erode financial privacy globally. The OECD's Common Reporting Standard has facilitated the automatic exchange of financial account information between over 100 jurisdictions, making financial privacy a relic of the past for the unprepared. Your assets are no longer just yours. They are increasingly within reach of a state apparatus under immense fiscal pressure. If your wealth is entirely domiciled in the country where you live, you are exposed. This is where Profitable Nomads provides the blueprint. Our global citizen operating system is built on 6 tactical protocols, each designed to unbundle your life and business across multiple jurisdictions. This is a framework utilized by family offices, multinational corporations, and ultra-high net worth individuals, now accessible to the agile operator. This isn't just theory, it's a live application, a system you can implement in 2 to 4 weeks to permanently alter your trajectory. First, the 183-day residency clock. This is the fundamental rule for tax residency. Master the global day counting rules and build an immutable audit trail of your physical presence. Why? Because simply spending less than 183 days in a high-tax country can legally shift your tax obligations, potentially saving you tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands annually. Many countries determine your tax liability based entirely on physical presence. By carefully managing your time across borders, you can trigger non-resident status in high-tax jurisdictions while establishing residency in territorial tax countries or zero-tax havens. It's about precision, not guesswork. You must track your days, retain boarding passes, and understand the specific center of vital interest tests applied by different revenue agencies. Next, our jurisdiction selection framework. We don't guess. We score and rank candidate jurisdictions against 7 weighted criteria: tax burden, economic stability, legal system, personal freedom, quality of life, residency requirements, and geopolitical risk. For example, countries like Panama offer territorial tax systems, meaning foreign earned income is often entirely tax-free, provided it is structured correctly. While Singapore boasts a top-tier legal system, exceptional political stability, and serves as the premier wealth management hub of Asia, the UAE offers zero personal income tax and rapidly modernizing corporate infrastructure. This framework provides objective data to inform your choices. You must align your specific business model, lifestyle preferences, and asset profile with the jurisdiction that offers the highest strategic yield. Third of Cursori, the Corporate Structure Protocol. This involves layering holding and operating entities to optimize tax, substance, and controlled foreign corporation exposure. A single LLC in your home country is a liability. A properly structured international holding company in a jurisdiction like the Netherlands or the UAE, specifically the ADGM or DIFC free zones, can legally reduce your effective corporate tax rate from 30% or more, down to 0 to 5% on certain income streams. It's about creating a robust, legally compliant shield for your enterprise, separating your personal liability from your business operations, and optimizing the flow of dividends and royalties. Fourth, the cross-border banking stack. Build a multi-currency, multi-jurisdictional banking architecture. This isn't just about convenience, it's about asset safety and liquidity. Diversifying your banking relationships across stable jurisdictions like Switzerland, Singapore, or Liechtenstein protects you from capital controls, bank failures, and political instability. In 2023 alone, over $1.5 trillion in capital flowed out of politically unstable regions into more secure financial hubs. Don't keep all your eggs in one basket, especially when that basket is controlled by a single indebted state. You need transactional accounts for daily operations and separate, highly secure private banking relationships for wealth preservation. Fifth, our asset relocation decision tree sequences the repositioning of liquid, illiquid, and intangible wealth across borders. From physical gold in secure vaults in Zurich or Singapore, to intellectual property held in favorable legal regimes, to real estate investments that grant secondary residency, every asset has an optimal jurisdiction. You must detach your wealth from your physical location. And finally, the 90-day implementation roadmap. Because knowledge without action is useless. We guide you from audit to execution in 3 discipline phases. Phase 1, auditing your current exposure. Phase 2, structuring your new entities and residencies. Phase 3, executing the transfer of assets and operations, ensuring you move from strategy to sovereign reality without triggering unnecessary tax events. These aren't theoretical constructs. These are the tactical plays executed by high-level operators globally. Consider the tech entrepreneur who incorporates their intellectual property in Estonia, leveraging its digital-first legal framework and 0% tax on retained earnings, and then establishes personal tax residency in Dubai for its zero-income tax policy. They operate globally, completely legally, while maximizing their capital accumulation. Or the global investor who diversifies their portfolio across Swiss private banks, holds physical gold in Singaporean vaults outside the banking system, and manages their crypto assets through a Panamanian private interest foundation to ensure generational wealth transfer without probate. These individuals aren't just surviving, they're thriving, leveraging the global landscape to their advantage. They understand that in an era of increasing uncertainty, the ultimate luxury is optionality. They have engineered a life where no single government can dictate their future. The old world is crumbling, and with it, the illusion of fixed geography. The future belongs to those who understand and implement jurisdictional optionality. It belongs to the agile, the prepared, and the sovereign. It's time to stop being a passive recipient of policy and start actively designing your sovereign architecture. You have the tools. The legal frameworks exist. The global infrastructure is ready. If you're ready to reclaim your freedom, optimize your wealth, and harden your security against an increasingly volatile world, then it's time to join the ranks of the profitable nomads. Visit profitableNomads.com now. Explore our global citizen operating system. Download the playbook. Your destiny is no longer dictated by geography. It's dictated by your strategy. The game has changed. Are you ready to play?